Speaking.
Well, now have you really? Did you write a book on how to
Yes,
lose
I
weight?
did.
No kidding.
It
What's
didn't work.
your method? What's your method? Well, Brian has no problem, and I don't because
no.
I'm not overweight. I've never had that problem.
Would you
Thank
believe
goodness.
Would you believe I gained 15 pounds while I was in?
I believe it. I can see it. Yes,
Would you believe
man.
25?
I believe 25. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 chins. Wow. No, I really, you're not that heavy.
I don't
Come
speak
on.
any Spanish, you see, and everything I said, they kept bringing me food.
That's wild.
I was hungry, and I ate it.
Brian, let me ask you this. How did you get started as a disc jockey? I mean, now, you'd never been a disc jockey. Nobody ever had in England before. Not really, with the exception of that cat who wears the long blonde hair and looks ridiculous, Jimmy Savile.
Savile.
Oh, he's a
Yeah,
loser.
he's a loser.
He is.
No, I became a disc jockey in Australia because I originally come from Australia.
Well, really? Where are you
yeah,
from?
From Sydney.
Oh, hey, I got friends there.
Yeah, and I worked at several stations out there. And then I went over to England and worked for the BBC for a while. And,
Oh, wow. Hey, listen, you almost lost a friend, man. Those losers. Oh, the BBC. Don't you dare curse on this program, but go ahead.
Then when Caroline started, Caroline and myself and another fellow that's now left and is on the Forbidden station started Caroline. We were the first pirates.
No kidding.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I know Caroline was.
But these two people were the first pirates. Myself and another guy.
That's
So,
wild.
it's a sweet
How's it
scene.
feel to be really an original?
It's good.
Really?
It's good.
I
yeah.
mean, you're an innovator. You started something new.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
It was a rough old time in the early days, I can tell you.
Well, let me ask you something, because this bugs me, man. I've seen pictures of the guy, and I don't know what kind of a guy he is. I've never met him before. I've just seen pictures of him. He may be a great disc jockey. I don't even know. But he looks like an idiot with that long blonde hair. Jimmy Savile. Why
Jimmy
does he do
Savile.
that? Why does he do that? He's a human being. Why doesn't he look like one?
Well, he rides around, apart from that, he rides around in a pink Rolls Royce. It's a fantastic
Oh, listen,
car,
man,
you know.
any guy that
But,
can afford
he's
it,
got the
forget
money.
it.
He makes
I'm
the bread,
hip.
but he makes the bread via television mainly. He's a television disc jockey. He
Uh-huh.
does television shows. He's got
Howard
another
Dick
show.
Clark.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He doesn't work for Auntie.
What does that mean? What is-
Auntie BBC, they call it.
Oh, is that what they call it there?
old-fashioned, You know.
Oh,
And
you better believe it,
they
old-fashioned.
won't even let him on there, but he works on another station from Radio Luxembourg. He works for,
Uh-huh.
and
he
that's
does a
night
show
station. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is a good
And,
station. Who works for that? Is Tony Hall?
Yeah, Tony Hall
Yes,
works
I know
for that,
Tony.
yeah.
I've often talked about
He's a
Tony
good
because
fellow.
I've met him, and he's a groovy guy. He really is.
And that's how Savile makes it, and he's number one mainly because of television.
No kidding.
Mm.
That's why. But
It's
why
not
doesn't
through
he-
talent, you know.
First time I saw him, I thought he was one of the Hullabaloos, man. Well, obviously not through talent. But I thought he was one of the Hullabaloos. You know, it's a funny thing about the Hullabaloos. It's an amazing thing. They have a whole big television show named after them in this country,
Yeah.
and they never made it here. They're the only English group that never made it in this country.
Well, I
And
never made
that's
it in
pretty,
England.
Well, see
When it
that?
comes to that.
That's pretty bad, man. I don't want to put them down because, you know, I don't know how talented or talentless they were, but they just never made it, man. You know, I'll tell you something. A lot of kids, American kids, talk to me. They say, "Hey, how long do you think the Beatles will stay together?" And I don't know, really. You know, it's not my business. But I do think, ultimately, someday, Lennon and McCartney are going to have to write a Broadway musical.
I think they will,
Or a musical, I
mm.
suppose, that will go on in London first and then be brought
Yeah.
here. Because they are fantastic talents. What songs they write. The funny thing is, in this country, we have a lot of stations that play so-called, quote, good music.
Yeah.
And they play plastic versions of Beatle records. They'll take something like Michelle, and instead of playing it by the Beatles, they'll play it by a jazz artist named Bud Shank, who is great. He is
Yeah.
really great. But why not play the original?
Well,
Well,
I believe in playing the original.
Yeah, they'll play, there's a gal, a singer in this country, who is quite popular, and really a very good singer, Jane Morgan. They'll play her version of Yesterday and not the Beatles.
Yeah.
Now, I know the Beatles was not released as a single in England. I know Matt Monro had the hit. But I often wonder about this. I say, what kind of lunacy, forces this kind of thing? It really
There could be
bugs
another
me.
scene that happens in England as well. It happens a lot, especially a few years ago, of English groups covering American hit records.
Right.
And no records of Americans being played. Now, when Caroline came on the scene, this changed.
That happened with the Bobby Goldsboro record. I talked to Bobby, and he was bugged. He had this
Yeah.
record, Little Things,
Yeah, that's right.
which was not a hit by him in England.
Was a
Someone
hit by
covered it, I
someone else,
suppose, the arrangement note for note. and-
Exactly, exact copy. And on other stations, they didn't mention that this wasn't an original record, you see.
Yeah.
They didn't say it was, but they didn't say it wasn't.
Let me ask you,
So, there you are, that's a scene.
Brian, has Michelle been released as a single by the Beatles in England?
No, I don't think
It
so.
has not. It's an amazing thing because that is probably, for them at the moment, their most popular record, really.
Mm-hmm.
And if they ever made a single of it, it would sell like 10 million copies. It would have to. And now what they have done, of course, is there are 3 or 4 other records of it. David and Jonathan and Bud Shank and a whole lot of people.
Mhm.
And kids really get upset. We tried playing one of those versions once, and the switchboard lit up like a Christmas tree. They said, "How dare you do that? Play the
Yeah.
Beatles record only." Now, why do they do that, man? That kind of hangs me up. It
I
really
can never
does.
understand that. That's
Well, maybe it's good
problem,
business, I suppose, to have 3 or 4 people record your song, and then you get paid the
Yeah, they
producer's
get
fee.
royalties.
I know that.
But
But at this point, I don't know if the Beatles do it for the money any longer. I
they
suppose
don't
they've
need
made
the money.
all they're ever
Yeah.
going to need. So I think they're doing it for kicks now,
Mm.
just to see how far they can go and how far their talent will take them, which is, I think, a long way. Their talent is immense.
fantastic, really. They're fantastic, especially Lennon and McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
These are the two guys that are talented. And also Paul himself is a very good singer. Paul McCartney
Oh, yeah.
is rated as being, and there's talk over in England before I left, which is some weeks ago now, that and maybe talk of him going single, but
Yeah.
this was just a rumor.
This
I
kind
think
of...
it'd be a mistake, really.
See, now you've been out of the country. Well, of
5
course,
weeks,
now
yeah.
we're on now. It's Tuesday night, February 15th, and
I'm here.
Brian will be back and listening to this show, perhaps, if he
Yeah.
has nothing better to do that night. But now that George Harrison is married, I wonder, you've been out of the country when this happened. How do you suppose the kids in England will feel about that? Now 3 of them are no longer available. They're gone.
I don't think it makes any difference nowadays. I think the Beatles are too big.
Right.
They're just too big to. The kids don't worry.
I'll tell you why, because the kids over here, they seem to have taken it very calmly. Actually, when Ringo got married, they were hung up.
Yeah.
Because, John was the only one at one point, and
Uh-huh.
he was even before they became popular.
Yeah, well, he never
And-
publicized.
Yeah,
it
so
first,
they
so-
accepted that. I'll tell you another thing that's happened over here. I think American kids have slowly come to realize. At first, a lot of the girls said, "Well, we don't like John. Why? Well, he's married. He's got a kid, and he's married, and we like Ringo and Paul because he's cute, and Ringo is lovable, and
Yeah.
George because he plays a great guitar and all that stuff, and they're single and available." And now, there was a time when they really put John down, but I think most American kids now, especially the girls,
Yeah.
are beginning to realize that perhaps John Lennon is the guy that makes them go.
He is the guy that makes them
You
go.
know,
He's the one of the brains. Of course, Epstein's the big brain behind them, but
He's
Lennon,
also a fake,
Lennon
but
is a
what can
bright
he do?
boy.
Can he sue me?
Yeah. He's a swinger.
Yeah,
John.
Johnny, he's a gas. He's a groove. Let me play another record here before they begin to hate me. What do we got here? Is it the Statler Brothers? Flowers on the Wall. Is that beautiful? Oh, wow. Let's dedicate this to Ronan O'Reilly. You'll love it, Ronan.
I'm hearing you're concerned about my happiness, but all that thought you're giving me is conscience, I guess. If I were walking in your shoes, I wouldn't worry none. While you and your friends are worried about me, I'm having lots of fun. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Last night I dressed in tails, pretended I was on the town. As long as I can dream, it's hard to slow the swinger down. So please don't give a thought to me, I'm really doing fine. You can always find me here and having quite a time. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. It's good to see you, I must go, I know I look a fright. Anyway, my eyes are not accustomed to this life, and my shoes are not accustomed to this hard concrete. So I must go back to my room and make my day complete. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with the deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Don't tell me I've nothing to do.
Oh, man, that's a great sound. I love that. The Statler Brothers and Flowers on the Wall. I think I scared the life out of Brian when I hit the
did.
zap horn. This
I'm
is
starting
just...
to have a go at one of these. Can I?
Go ahead, yeah, the little. That's it. No, get it up close to the mic.
Yeah.
That's a little... That's little baby zapper there. This is
That's a
Big
big
Daddy Zap. Yeah, man, that makes all the noise. I'm going to play another record now. I don't know if you've heard this one before. We have time for one more, I think, before we get out of here.
Yeah.
This is by Bobby Fuller 4, and it's a funny record. It's called I Fought the Law, and the Law Won. Dig. Listen to this.
Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I needed money 'cause I had none. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
Yeah, baby, I fought the law won. Brian would like to hear a little bit of the theme. Hand clapping, let's do it now. DCB, baby, taking care of business with your main man, your boss with all the groovy hot sauce. It has been a ball for me. It really has. It's been an education. And I have had a great time. Maybe the audience hates me because I haven't played many records tonight. But, Brian, I think you're a fascinating guy. And if I didn't think so, I would have talked to you 5 minutes and been polite and said, hey, see you around, man. And Rod Roddy?
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
Appreciate it.
First time I met Rod Roddy. Who knows? Maybe he'll be doing a show on Caroline.
Maybe.
See what you can do, Brian. Come on. He can use
We'll
the
see what
bread.
we can
He
work,
looks like
yeah.
a pretty groovy guy.
As long as he doesn't do the 9 to 12 spot.
I need to get to England.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, man. I got to get over there. Brian, thank you very, very much for stopping by. You are a gas. And
Absolutely splendid.
Splendid.
Yes,
Oh, stop talking like an Englishman. Come on. Put on that accent there. You can't kid me. You're a groovy guy. Putting on that phony accent. I won't even do that. You know, I'm one of these disc jockeys that never refers to America as the colonies. I don't believe in that. For a lot of people thought I was going to do that, you know, and refer to England as the mother country. But I think, at least I hope we're beyond that stage. And if we are, great. Brian, again, thanks a million. Ronan, you have a winner here, man. Pay him a lot of bread. He's a groove.
Yeah, I applaud
Yes,
that,
yes. Make him the head of the whole operation, and why don't you take an extended vacation, Ronan? Have a groovy night. Your leader says, look out, Street, here I come. Don't boo, please. Be polite, because Mike has been kicked enough today, and he's got, tape on his ribs.
He's a
Cool
good
it.
guy.
I know he's a good guy. We kid him, though. My contention is, Brian, that you only kid people you like. Really.
Yeah.
You kid only people. You don't, fool around with bad cats like Ronan O'Reilly. He's a loser. Forget it. We don't even bother with him. But somebody told me about Mike Ahern. They said that what happened was he owns a couple of chickens, and that one of them got sick. And he killed a healthy one to make chicken soup for the sick one. Now that's pretty. I don't want to say he's stupid, but come on there, Mike. You're out of your bird. No, but I did that thing. I did the whole morning show, and then they got excited because the ratings went up a little bit, and they put me on in the afternoon, and then I got the offer to come to New York, and I ran, man. I really did. I flew to New York. Although I like working there, Rod.